Thank you for joining us as Helium Advisors takes complex planning issues and makes them easier for you to plan in less than 3 minutes. One of the most common questions we get is our clients trying to understand FAFSA and how all the asset planning we have done corresponds to it. In under 3 minutes, we will review how to plan for filing FAFSA and what information and content factors into the outcome. In 1996, when Congress passed the Small Business Job Protection Act, 529 plans were created. 529 plans offer families attractive tax benefits for saving money towards college while still allowing complete control over the assets. Parents and others who want to contribute by putting money aside for college expenses use these tax advantage investment accounts, knowing that any increase in those assets is free of federal and state income taxes. Expected family contribution, or EFC, is what a potential student's family member is expected to pay for the student's tuition and living expenses. In each box, the percentage of that asset owned in a 529 plan is what would be placed on the FAFSA form. Please note that assets in an independent student's name are expected to put 20% of that account balance towards the cost of education each year, thus lowering the potential student aid awarded. However, assets held in grandparents' accounts are not counted towards FAFSA impact whatsoever. If distributions of those are taken, 50% of those distributions are counted towards the student's aid. Therefore, it's not how much assets you have, but rather how they are structured and when they are used that matters, a recurring theme we see in much of our advisory practice. Few people have realized that instead of federal aid calculations utilizing the last year's information of parents and students, that they are now using what they call the prior year's information. This has resulted in some plans becoming disrupted. In most cases, we utilize a clumping approach for our clients to access potential federal aid money. With this timeline, you can lump the assets with the worst income into the earlier years of school, usually most beneficial, and therefore have a very low expected family contribution in the later years from a planning standpoint. Therefore, from a strategy standpoint, what must be realized or potentially planned for is if your student is going to graduate school. From a timeline perspective, utilizing clumping together of bad EFC assets into 1 or 2 years may generate better FAFSA results in later years for your student to get very low, if not zero interest loans to go to school. Remember, nothing is keeping you from utilizing assets later to pay down college debt. Special care has to be taken if you are going to have multiple students in school at the same time. You may have the opportunity to structure the assets in a more beneficial way for your student's future. Thank you for joining Helium Advisors as we attempt to educate you on a complicated subject in less than 3 minutes. Please look for more of our 3-minute sessions in the future.